Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday morning so far. It's actually where I'm from. It's actually -6 degrees. Um, s- where should I start? Yeah, just to give one of my disingenuous disclaimers. This video shouldn't be long. I think it will be long, but yeah, it's going to be quite a lengthy video. Because I think that's Because yesterday I was supposed to do my review on the United game in the EuroLeague, but it was kind of late, so I'm going to do it in this podcast soon enough. Um, First I want to see. My mind is going to be all over the place in this video. Um, let's just start with yesterday's performance. Manchester United host Club Brugge at home at Old Trafford, following a 5-0 win, something that's been foreign to Manchester United for a couple years now. Uh, I can't remember the last time Manchester United beat aside aside from preseason. But I don't think United beat anybody preseason by 5 goals to nil. But it's been a while United trashed aside 5 goals to nil. Um, the talking points before I get into the goal scorers and the performance of the winning side. Um, United had a goal, an away goal in hand. So if the game was still stay that way, United would still go through. But speaking of yesterday's performance, so excited. Yesterday's performance was just out of the stands. Um, Actually, we have some talking points here. We have Bruno, who's the first talking point. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying that Bruno Fernandes is the coming messiah. He's the guy to replace Paul Pogba in midfield. With Bruno Fernandes in midfield, we don't need Paul Pogba in midfield or on United's property premises anymore. Pogba should leave Manchester United. Um, Bruno Fernandes' performance yesterday was he got an assist, I believe. I could be wrong. He definitely got a goal because he scored the first goal, which was a penalty. Who got the? Yeah, speaking of the penalty, in the terms of the build-up play to the penalty, Bruno Fernandes with the pass, that was so smooth. Better than Bambi on ice. That was a very world-class pass from Bruno Fernandes is really a Manchester United favorite, fan favorite at the moment. With the pass, he set up James to score in the far post, and unfortunately, one of the defenders for I don't know if he was a defender. He was defending the goal. So I guess I could say in an indirect way he's a defender. But he handled the ball. He did a Luis Suarez in the 2010 World Cup, trying to prevent a goal from scoring. Daniel James coming towards soon come to the penalty. Daniel James would have wanted that goal to score because last time Daniel James scored a goal was last year. Yep. Last year was the last time Daniel James scored a goal in our competition, which is poor. Um, yeah. So the defender again, I don't know if he's a defender. He was sent off for blatant handball, and it actually took a while because the referee said, "All right, boom, you're sent off." But he's like retracting the red card. He's saying, "All right, let's see what VAR has to say about this." And United fans were like, "Bruh, that's a red ball. That's a well, it's a handball and it's a red card. Even a blind person could have seen that was a handball. So I don't know why you're just killing time to it's unnecessary, and it had the guy that was red carded waiting like he would really. I'm not good on that road because So Bruno Fernandes netted the first goal from the penalty spot, 12 yards out, and that was a very good goal, which leads to two goals for Manchester United from the spot. But his performance, brother, brother, brother. If Scholes was Portuguese, that man, listen. I'm not going to hype up myself because I've seen these sort of performances at first. For example, Di Maria when he came to Manchester United. Di Maria wasn't a flop from the start. Di Maria was on red, hot red. So got a free kick on his debut. He got a couple of assists. Actually, he didn't do that bad, you know. He had 12 assists for Manchester United that season and a handful of goals, so he was not bad. But you know, um, Igalo got his first goal for Manchester United, and this is something that Igalo would have been very proud about. The build up from Bruno to Mata to Igalo resulted in a goal, and when Igalo was celebrating that goal, he lifted up his hands. As you can see, I'm in a new sweater today. Um, yeah, he lifted up his shirt and he was honoring his deceased sister from December 12th. I think she passed away on December 12th. And he was basically saying in the post interview that his sister was a real Manchester United fan and he wanted to, bring her to. I'm kind of paraphrasing his statement a bit, but he was saying something along the lines of, "You bring her to Old Trafford." I could be wrong, but they are Manchester United supporters from since they were small, and to score a goal for your dream club ever since they were small, that is some doing. So he honored his sister with that goal at the corner flag. Um, Igalo Igalo wasn't that bright in the game, but I'm just happy that he got a goal for Manchester United. The build up again from Bruno Fernandes. That was a good play and a good assist from Juan Mata. Speaking of midfielders, Bruno Fernandes and Mata. Fred netted a brace yesterday. Netted a brace yesterday. Um, and funnily enough, the funny thing about the build up to these two goals from Fred is that the three persons that were unusual in this build up was Lingard, Tahith Chung, and Fred. And Fred. Now, I don't know if you guys, yes, Fred has been world class in midfield. That's a bit over the top, but I'm on cloud nine after that performance, you say. So let's just say it. Yeah, he's been a world class player in midfield this season. Yes, I said it. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. um, yeah, man. I mean, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying after the match that he would never in his life, he never expected Fred to score two goals or score period because despite being very good in midfield, Fred doesn't want to score goals. And when he attempts after goal, it's in row Z or it's in it's out of the stadium. So and some legends will be saying that ball is still flying. But yeah, he netted two goals yesterday. And the unusual thing is that despite having no goals, no assists over the period of almost a year, Jesse Lingard netted his first assist yesterday. His first assist yesterday for Fred's first goal. And Taik Chung, which has been under scrutiny, I think there are a lot of United supporters think that he'll leave Manchester United to Inter Milan or in Italy period. He got an assist yesterday. He's not going to make it at Manchester United, is he? Taith Chung. I just want to say on a positive note. Speaking of midfielders, Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay. See, this is the funny thing about Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay was promoted by Jose Mourinho in his last no in his first season for Manchester United, the 2016-2017 season for Manchester United. And there are a lot of United supporters that have been saying that he's not good enough as a player. He's a Mourinho type of player, which he is. He's about 6'4". Um, he's British. Um, and yeah, he does side passes. He's like another Matic. And then he goes to the name of this YouTube channel. Actually the biggest. See, I might just give away the name, but I must say it anyway. It's probably the biggest Manchester United fan channel on YouTube. That the producer of that channel was basically saying that Scott McTominay was a donkey. Well, at the time he said he is a donkey, and he wasn't over the hills with Scott McTominay. And he actually thought Scott McTominay was average at best and would never become a United midfielder. I ain't going to say the name of the person, but we all do know who that is. So yeah, ever since his or I should say it now, past, how I should say this, how I should say this, how I should say this. Ever since he's been developing, let me just say that. Ever since he's been developing, and this season he's been on fire, isn't he, Scott McTominay? And yesterday someone said on Twitter that they showed this picture of this Real Madrid midfielder named Tony Kroos, and they were saying Scott McTominay in the first half, and they showed the picture of Tony Kroos. And I wholeheartedly agree with that assessment. Scott McTominay did play like a prime Tony Kroos in midfield. And the goal that he scored one time, it was Tony Kroos's. It was Tony Kroos's out of the box, if anything on the line, on the 18-yard line, and that was a very good finish for Manchester United. Merrick Bay was very good in defense. Like yeah, I'm looking forward to Eric Bay playing that much this season because Zindelof has been at it this season. Has been at it this season, has he? He's been average at best, but speaking of the next Manchester United game, United will play against Everton on Sunday. On Sunday. Um yeah, on Sunday. And see this is why I have to do a lot of pauses in my video because United is very unpredictable. And I'm not saying that unpredictability is a bad thing. Actually, it's actually a good thing in certain circumstances, certain situations, certain know-how. But United has been very unpredictable this season in the past 5 years, if I say so myself. In terms of like, for example, yesterday we won. Ab- Yesterday we knocked out Club Brugge in yesterday's game by 5 goals. Well, on goal difference, no, on aggregate it was 6-1, 6-1 on aggregate. So Club Brugge took their suitcases and left out of the Euro League, right? Now, a lot of United fans want to stay on cloud nine. They say, all right, boom. Some might even say that we're back. I wonder when I've heard that statement from. But they're saying that yeah, we're back, man. We're back 5-0 FC. We're playing very good. We have Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're playing very good. But this is the thing. When it comes down to certain Premier League matches, especially away, United lose their mojo. Yeah, my forehead is scratching me. Yeah, yeah, they lose their mojo. For example, winning 5-0 yesterday, and the next 3 to 2 days, 3 to 4 days, they lose like 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. I mean, unpredictability. So in this match against Everton is not a bad side. They have Pickford, which has been trashed this season. They have Sedibe, who was very brilliant for Monaco in that infamous Monaco season, especially in the Champions League. Um, they have Michael Keane, who used to play for Manchester United, or used to be a product for Manchester United from United's academy. They have um, they have a lot of Barcelona rejects, does do they? Everton. They have Digny, or if that's his name pronounced, the left back that used to play for Barcelona. He's a very good left back. They have Yeremina from Colombia that used to play for Barcelona, the defender, Yeremina. The- He's very tall. He's going to be. We cannot play long balls. Well, United don't really play long balls like that. But United have to be more tactful when they're coming against Yeremina. I mean, Keane is not that much of a powerhouse like Yeremina, but Yeremina is he's going to cause problems for us in terms of set piece we concede and corners. So, and Gomez from Barcelona, yeah, he came back from a injury that should have been very lengthy, but he's back just like that. Like after 2 months of that horrific injury against Tottenham, he's just back. He broke his ankle or broke his foot or something like that. I know he's back in training. He made a cameo appearance against Arsenal, and he's back. He's not a very bad midfielder. I mean, he was bad for Barcelona, but he's not a bad. Yeah, he's solid. I think he's better than Jesse Lingard. Yeah, my forehead is just scratching me. Um, so yeah, they have Gylfi Sigurdsson, Calvert Lewin, who has been on form recently, and Richarlison, who's a very good player that he rejected Barcelona 75 mil bid in the winter transfer market. So yeah, Barcelona, Barcelona, Everton is going to create havoc at the Goodison Park on Sunday, and United need to stay on their P's and Q's and cross their T's and finish their C's to score against Everton. Everton is not a walkover, it's not a pushover. They have goals in them, so do United, and I just hope that United just grab a 1-0, even if it's a 1-0 victory away from home. I am content with that. I'm content with that. I'm really content with that. So my prediction for that match is I would say 2-1 in favor of Manchester United. 2-1. Goal scorers being, speaking of goal scorers, Anthony Martial did make the squad for yesterday's match. According to the manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he said that he had a slight injury in training, so he was excused from yesterday's match. I think Martial might be in the squad for Everton, but I don't think he will start. So my goal scorers would be, I'm tempted to say Bruno Fernandes again, but you know what? Leave your comments down below who you think will score for Manchester United and who and the score what the scoreline will be at full time in that match, whether it's in favor of Everton or Manchester United. Even if you're an Everton fan, leave your comments down below. Be objective and be realistic. Leave your comments down below. My starting 11 would be David De Gea, of course, Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, unfortunately for Lindelof, Harry Maguire, of course, in the defense, Luke Shaw, who has been somewhat unformed this season, as of late, especially at least. In midfield, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. I'm tempted to say Scott McTominay and Fred in that double midfield pivot. Speaking of formations, I don't think United will play. They might play. I don't think United will play a three at the back system. So I'm going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 pivot midfield of Fred, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes as the number 10, Mason wait, Mason Greenwood might start. I don't think he will start away from home. I doubt that, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Greenwood. I'm gonna go on my instinct on that. Greenwood on the right wing, Bruno of course as the number 10. On the left wing, I think it would be James, and up top I would go with Igalo. Igalo. Um. So yeah, I mean, speaking of Paul Pogba, like I said earlier in this video, some guys, let me check on Twitter. Some guys were saying on Twitter that Paul Pogba, if Paul Pogba change his attitude, have a change of heart in being committed to Manchester United, they won't mind him staying at Manchester United despite the sign of Bruno Fernandes and the brilliant performance of Bruno Fernandes. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't think I can find it, but in a nutshell, they were basically trying to say that Bruno Fernandes, no, Paul Pogba should stay at Manchester United if he has a change of heart. And some are even saying that they feel that Paul Pogba should stay if he sack his agent or his pimp. That would be Mino Raiola, I think that's his name. My thoughts on that, I don't think it will really make much of a difference because I just want Paul Pogba to leave Manchester United. Nothing against Paul Pogba, but it's just for the best. I think United had more than their fair share of enough drama, enough horror stories to start a new chapter on one. So I just think Paul Pogba should just leave for Manchester United, whether it's going back to Juventus, whether it's going to Real Madrid, whether it's going to even Barcelona. Barcelona have certain midfield problems, so you know. Um, Coming to the end of this video, there are some certain United supporters saying that some of them are even having a change of heart based on the recent performance of Manchester United, saying that Solskjaer needs to stay at Manchester United because he's turned the wheel around, only at the wheel. Some of you guys are just so reactionary. Some of you guys are so reactionary. Some of you guys are the type of guys that some of you guys are just reactionary. Like for example, some of you guys on Twitter are saying Ole screaming Ole out, campaigning Ole out, saying that you want him out of club and after a good half decent performance. You say, you know what? I was Ole out at first, but he's turning the wheel around. He's turning things around. Listen, bro. If you are, don't be a bandwagon is fun. If you're Ole out, stick with the guns on that. If you're Ole in, stick with the guns on that. If you're on the fence, stay on the fence. Right? You don't want to get hurt, so don't fall off the fence. But I mean, some of you guys you want to change upon Ole Gunnar Solskjaer like Bruce Jenner changing his or her gender. You guys can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I mean, if you're Ole out and you want Ole to be out of your club, then stick with your stance, bruv. You can't be you can't serve two masters at the same time. Is it they want him out? Now to be honest, there are some that say, you know what, for real, I really wanted Ole out, but he's really turned my heart. He's something about him, probably the performance or something. He's just I might have a change of heart. I mean, dude, if you have a change of heart like that, then don't be Ole in or the Ole out. That's my opinion. Just watch the performances, watch United games, then after the season evaluate if you want him to stay or if you want him to leave. Ole out. Um I might just have a couple more things to say in this video before I leave. Um yeah, speaking of the EuroLeague, the fixtures has been given out, like for example those that qualified to the next round, the fixtures has been finished. And United will play away to Lask, Lask, Lask. Dude, if you're a guy that if you're a guy that hates geography or just you just hate knowing new countries, and you support a side that is in the EuroLeague, watch those EuroLeague matches because you'll know a lot about these anonymous places in the world. Like last case, like there's some sides in EuroLeague you never even heard about. I mean, yeah, man. If geography, you should really watch the EuroLeague. If your side is in the Champions League or in the EuroLeague for that matter. What else I want to say? Um, I'm just checking on Twitter because some of these guys on Twitter is giving me free content on YouTube to give content on YouTube. So I'm just checking to see if there's anything new under this sun. Sorry guys, just give me a second. Hmm. So I'm pretty finished with what I need to. Okay, this is where I'm going to finish. Some of you guys on Twitter just crack me the hell up. Like I'm just looking on this comment, this tweet on Twitter, and it's saying it shows this picture of Felipe Coutinho, and they're saying that don't worry, he'll be back to his best in the Euros. Some of you guys. Uh I ain't go spoil the joke because I'm not one of I'm not a spoiler myself, especially when it comes to movies. But some dude, you have to love football Twitter. Football Twitter is funny fam. It's real funny. So that will conclude my video for today. It wasn't that long as I expected it to be, but enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe, stay out of trouble, and again, list your comments down below. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm new to this in my second month of trying it out, and I'm liking it. So like, share, and subscribe to my channel down below. Leave your comments down below, and I'll show you in the next podcast. Peace.